What a year. I want you all to know that 2020, although it had its trials and tribulations, it has been a great year for Apollo. But we have something more special coming up in 2021. It's our 40th anniversary, and that is something to celebrate.
Bruce started Apollo in 1981. He wanted to name his company after the greatest team he'd ever seen. At the time, the United States was going toe-to-toe in the Cold War against the Soviet Union in a race to the moon. The United States banded together as one and formed the greatest team that Bruce had ever seen, and he wanted to name his company after that.
3, 2, 1. We have a liftoff.
So he named it Apollo.
Bruce and his team of sergeants worked hard to establish a culture, to establish a reputation that was known throughout the Tri-Cities and the Columbia Basin as the go-to team for sheet metal work.
He started from the ground up, with man's best friend and a few others, going so far as building his own welding tables, planning his jobs around the number of ladders he had available to him, and doing the little things he needed to do every day to make himself better.
It was a modest beginning, starting with a small shop in Richland, moving to Kennewick, building a large corporate footprint in Washington, to adding offices and shops in Portland, Oregon, Denver, Colorado, Reno, Nevada, Seattle, Washington, Missoula, Montana, Spokane, Washington, Oak Ridge, Tennessee, and a presence in California, Texas, and Ohio.
After 40 years, the culture of blue-collar workmanship, finding a way to win at everything you do, and making yourself better one day at a time, has permeated and lasted and still exists to this day.
People have asked, well, 40 years, and we've had incredible growth over these last 20 years, what's next? I spent some time with Bruce early in my career, on the road, traveling to different locations, and I asked him the same question back in 2000, and his response was simple. I want it to be whatever the employees of Apollo are willing to make it.
To all of the employees who have been with us throughout the years, past to present, we say thank you.
The last 40 years has held a lot of excitement for us, and I look forward to the next 40 years because it's all about the people. It's about working together, controlling our own destiny, having fun, and being successful. There is one other person I'd like to thank, and that's my wife, Lori. She's been by my side from day one and before. Without her support, I wouldn't be here today. So I look forward to the next 20 years and thereafter because this is a great company. Thank you.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Oh, that looks beautiful from here, Neil.